It's all in my head, I wanna... It's Gabby, and today I'm going to be doing a gymnastics and dance inspired video because I know a lot of you guys have been requesting it, and you know, this is what got my channel here in the first place, so I had to do it. And also the Olympics are around at this time, which, by the way, Simone Biles, I love you, like, you're such an inspiration. Anyways, I thought I would do a video on how to get flexible. And you know, this video will just be teaching you guys how to improve your overall flexibility so you can be a better gymnast, dancer, just athlete in general. So I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking for me to do like a 2-week like weight loss training video or something like along that line. So tell me if you guys would like something like that, and I would be happy to do it. And subscribe, follow me on Insta. You don't have to, but if you want to keep up with me, you can do that. And love you guys. Flex, time to be climbing my bed. Alright guys, we're going to start out in a hamstring stretch. So just go down to the floor and try to get your nose to touch your knees and really just straighten out your legs so you can feel the stretch in your calves and your hamstrings. Next, you're just going to put your left foot out right in front of you and just feel the stretch and flex it so you can feel it deep in your hip flexors and in your calves. And then we're just going to repeat this on the other side and just try your best to really stretch out and flex so you can feel the burn in your calves and hamstrings. After, we're going to go down into downward dog, and what you want to do is get your heels as far away from you as possible while keeping them on the ground, and just lift up your leg so you can feel it in the opposite leg, and then do the same on the other side. Next, you're going to go into a lunge position and try to keep both legs straight and just really dig your pelvis down into the ground without putting your weight over your knee. After, you're going to put your bottom leg down on the ground and just really push into the ground without having your weight over your knee. You're going to stay in this position but put your elbows down on the ground so you can deepen the stretch in the hip flexor. Now you're just going to bend that leg back and straighten out your front leg and just flex it so you can really feel a deep stretch in your calf. After, you're going to come up and put your leg in a split position as best as you can and find a nearby wall or cabinet and just do a wall split on it and really try to dig your pelvis down into the wall and just keep your legs really straight so you can really feel the stretch. Next, you're going to bend your leg and grab it and bring it towards your booty so you can feel a nice hamstring in that leg. And then you're just going to come up and do a wall split again, and then you'll be done with that. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, so the right side, and you're just going to go into a deep lunge, keep your legs straight, and just don't have your weight over your knee. Then you're going to put your bottom leg down and just dig into your pelvis as far as you can without keeping your weight over your knee, which I keep repeating because that's very important. Then you're just going to put your elbows down on the ground to deepen the stretch in the hip flexor. Alright guys, then you're going to bend your back leg, straighten your front leg, and just flex so you can really feel that deep, nice stretch. Alright, you're going to come up and extend that beautiful leg, and then you're just going to find a nice wall or like cabinet or something, I don't know, to put your leg against so you can do a wall split and just really try to get your pelvis to touch the wall. And you can do an oversplit on this as well if you like, but really just try to do the split as best as you can. Then you're going to grab your legs so you can do a little hammy stretch, and that one's kind of difficult, so you don't have to do that if you can't. Alright, now we're going to go into a straddle position and just really try to get your head like through your legs. I know that sounds weird, but just try to do that and it will really help you. Now we're going to go into this position where it's kind of like a half split, but if you can't get your leg back all the way straight, that's alright. Just bend your front knee, and try to get your foot to touch your pelvis, and this will really help with your hip flexors and being flexible and your splits just overall. Alright, now you're going to do your oversplits, and even if you can't do the splits, it's fine. Just try to do the oversplits as best as possible, and you can use a block or a piece of furniture. But I have like these little blocks. I got them at TJ Maxx. I think you can get them on Amazon or something. They're like really cheap. So, but they help you with your oversplit, so it's great. So, just start doing that. And like I said, if you just can't do the splits, just push yourself up and hold it for as long as you can, and you'll still feel the burn, and it will still be a good stretch for you. Next, you can just, like I said, use other pieces of furniture. If you want to make it more difficult, you can go higher or lower and just really push yourself, but not over. All right, you were just going to lay on your back, and you were going to bring your left leg forward while keeping your back leg bent. And you're just going to try to get your leg as close to your head as possible. And you're just going to hold this so you can really feel a burn. And this will really help with your flexibility. And honestly, you can just do this stretch right before you go to bed or right when you wake up. And you'll be very more flexible than you were. That didn't even make sense. You'll be more flexible than you were. And also, you can put your leg under a piece of furniture to hold it, which will really help too. You're just going to go into a pike position and try to get your head to touch your legs, and just try to get your hands over your feet so you can really extend and really feel the stretch in your calves. Alright guys, we are just going to go into a hip flexor split, and this is like a split, but it's easier. So what you're going to do is bend your leg towards your pelvis and keep the back leg straight, and you'll really feel this like on the side of your leg, and it's just a really good stretch, and it's the hardest one for me. So now we are going to do the same thing and just do the oversplits, and if you can't do it, it's alright. Just try to keep your hips square and just hold it for as long as you can. Now we're going to lay down on the back of our leg, on our back, and you're just going to bring your leg towards your head, your face, and just really try to feel the deep stretch while keeping your other leg bent and your butt down on the ground. Now we are going to slide into a straddle on the wall. And I do this on the couch while I'm watching TV, so you guys can do that too. And it's just stretch when you're doing something else too, like when you're watching TV. But just try to keep your legs all straight and just push your body up so you can feel a deep stretch in that area. Now you're going to go down into a froggy position. This is also good for like your middle splits and just your groins. So for your back flexibility, Superwoman is a really good stretch. And also another really good stretch for your back flexibility is touching your toes with your head. And this is just like a really nice stretch, and it's easy. You can do it in your bed or whatever. And then we're just going to finish this off with a hamstring stretch.